Welcome back, survivors. The last episode, we found the oil out here. This is that big lake down there just below me here, and it's actually huge. It's a massive lake. Anyways, so I was working out a way to try and get the oil from the oil down here in that little cave back to my base, and I think I found it. As you can see, I'm standing on it. This is a road. I built a road, basically just foundations, but I built a road out of these foundations, and it goes way across this whole valley right here. I'll show you where I've got the oil starting down here, and kind of what I'm going to be working on today is figuring out a way to get the oil from here to the base. I don't think I really want to bother with smelting it here or refining it or whatever here. Like, I could set up a refinery, but it uses a lot of power. It uses 50 megawatts of electricity for the oil refinery, and the oil pumps already use 40. I've got 2 oil pumps here because there's still 2 oil nodes. So my coal generators already, to run both of these is already, I've had to overclock it twice to get it to produce the 80 megawatts needed to run both of these. And I don't have coal nearby, so what I'm basically having to do is just I brought some coal out here, put it in this storage container so it'll automatically feed the coal generator. That's the only thing I could come up with for now, because these things use so much power. I would have to have, like, I don't know, 5 biogenerators or something? 4 biogenerators? A lot. To run a couple of these. Well, probably, I think 3 to run these 2, and then a couple to run each refinery. Anyways, I'm going to try and get back to base where I've got a lot more resources, availability of coal to run these generators. Let me just double check. Let me just make sure there's not any coal nearby. I think I scanned it earlier and there wasn't anything anywhere near here. Yeah, nothing. It's not even beeping. That's the stuff back out by the base, I think. 600 meters that way, and I have to figure out how to get it here. I may do that. That may be the best bet. But anyways, let's figure out how to get these resources out of here now. I got my tractor. I just drove it over here and have been working out here. I set up a little mini base over here to... Oh, you know what I didn't think about? How am I going to get this tractor out of here? I've got to double think this. But anyways, I could drive the tractor back. I'm just saying I want to run conveyors back to the base. I just put a little storage here to store a few things because my inventory was super full. That and the truck was full too. Alright, so what we want to do is just set up a storage here to house all this oil for now. Let's see if I can just put a Mark II storage out here, and I'll feed all the oil into it for now. Something like this. Let's see. I need it to run that way. Alright, then we're just going to run a combiner to our merger, excuse me. And I set that stupid... I set it backwards. I don't know what it is about the storage containers. I do that every time. I set them backwards. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Now I need my merger to feed that. Alright, I'm gonna run like the fastest belt I can into it. The Mark III. Can I do that? I need steel beams. I can make steel beams. I've got plenty of steel. Let me whip up a couple of steel beams here real quick. Let's see. Steel beams. There we go. Probably 4 or 5 will be enough to do what we need here. 6. There we go. That ought to do it. And so I want it to feed into here fairly quickly. There we go. And I'm going to use the second speed conveyor belts to feed it into here as quickly as possible. Oh, I see. Set that there. And then curve it into there. There we go. And now this thing should fill up with oil fairly quickly. Oh yeah, we're producing it now. And now it's flowing. The crude oil, like the barrels just flowing out of the factory there. That is cool. That is really cool. Alright, so what can we make with this? I did set up a refinery. This is why I know that I can't generate any power. But the oil refineries can make plastics, fuel, and another item which escapes me at the moment. But we'll check that out once we get the oil from here to the base. Now, I set it up to have it all going into a storage because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this stuff out of here. Let me drive my tractor over here. I've got a little spot set up where I got a little turnaround. I've got a place set up here where I can turn the tractor around on the middle of this ramp if I need to like turn around and go the other way or whatever. It took me a long time to set up this road here, and I wanted it to be a certain height to get all the way across this valley, which is why I had to raise it up so high, these ramps, so that the tractor drives kind of slow up these ramps. But once we get to the top, we'll speed up, and I'll show you what all I had to do to build this. I had to set up an entire, well, a small factory of sorts to start manufacturing all this. I needed tons and tons of concrete to make this, and then I also need steel and not steel, but iron bars and iron rods and iron plates to make the conveyor belts that we're going to need to get this oil out of here. So I have got that, the iron production, we're coming up on it right now. It's right below us here, and it's basically just an iron node splitting into, running into a smelter, splitting off into two constructors, and going into storage, all the iron rods and iron plates. And then down there to the right is the limestone, where it's being mined up, turned into concrete, and then dropped into storage. This road goes all the way across this chasm here. I'm just going to drive it all the way. I'm going to drive the tractor all the way off, just so that it's out of the way. That's why I had to get the road so high, so that it would fit neatly straight across. So like, I just wanted it to be straight across the whole road, the whole valley there. And no dips and no turns, no vertical changes or anything like that. I just wanted a straight, flat road all the way across. Now we got that. Let me run back. Let me start setting up this conveyor belt to bring the oil from the production to the base. It's a long ways. Alright, I've got the conveyor belt running all the way across the bridge here, the road, if you will, and you can see just the first barrels coming down the assembly line, those little red dots, you can see them slowly making their way down here. We've made it this far. Now I've got to get the conveyor belt, well, all the way to the base over there. It's actually just to the left, or just to the right of the space elevator there, but it's still a long distance off. I don't know, probably another 1,000 meters. We've gone at least that far, and it's another 1,000 meters. We're probably about halfway there. But now's the rough stuff. You know, we're gonna have to plot a course through here is my problem. And what I think I'm gonna end up doing is driving in the tractor and try and keep the conveyor belt in sight, and then place down a marker of some sort to figure out which direction to go. Let's see if we can just do like a lookout tower. And then I can run down and go back and get my conveyor belt and pull it down to here. And then I can pick up this lookout tower, drive forward, place it back down, just so I can kind of keep everything in line of where I want to go. I'm still going to have to build some more roads, I'm sure. But yeah, let's get to work on this one now. Alright, as you can see, the conveyor belt is nearly to the base, and I didn't want to bring it directly to the hub. I wanted to kind of have this off to this big open area right here and set up a refinery in this area. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to power it, probably through coal for now. We've got that coal mine over in that area. I'll just run a conveyor belt or a splitter off of our existing conveyor belts up to here, put in a couple of coal generators, and then we can use this area here for our refinery. As you can see, yep, all the barrels have caught up with me now. The conveyor belt got it all the way down to here. I'd probably just set up a splitter right here and put the refineries up here on the hill, I think. It might look kind of cool. It's not exactly at the right angle, but it'll still work. Yeah, let's see how we're going to do this. How much space do these refineries take up? Oh, not a lot. They have a pretty small footprint. Okay. I want them to be... Is it going to work like this up on the hill? If I put down a couple of foundations, it will, though, right? Put down a foundation first, and it'll look a lot better. Problem with the foundations is getting them... It's hard to see exactly where you're placing it. Let me see if I can get some elevation here. And get it at the right angle here. We'll go with that. We can always redo it if we have to. Alright, that's going to make it look much nicer that way. And now, place our refineries. So I think I want 2. I don't know if we're going to be feeding enough oil to justify 2, but I think I want 2 of them. Alright, so the exit I want coming off the edge here and going down. Something like that. And then snap them. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Man, these things are massive refineries. Look at this. Oh, wow. Another place you can get a great view up here. I wonder what happens if we shoot those things. Those giant flying manta moth things. Can't tell if it's more like a manta ray or like a moth. It's hard to tell from it's so high up. Alright, so now I just need a splitter to split it into these 2 and start refining this stuff into finished products. Let's see. We can make plastic, fuel, or rubber. You know what I want to do? And I just thought of? I want 3, right? I need 3 of them, so I need to place down another foundation. Snap. Ah, crap. Snap them to there. Get up there, man. Snap. There we go. I need 3 of them. We're going to do plastics, rubber, and fuel. Is that gonna fit? I hope it fits and doesn't look too dumb. I may have to scooch everything over a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Alright, so just move this one over to this side just a bit. Players in the way. I can't afford it. Oh, all the stuff landed on the ground. Why didn't it pick it up into my inventory? Oh, it's kind of full. Okay, well, hopefully we got enough to make it. Well, no, I don't, because I picked up the conveyor belts. Ah, I gotta drop something on the ground for a second. Let's see. I can drop crude oil, because I've got plenty of it now. And pick up these frames here, these heavy frames. That's what we need to make it. Alright, so oil refinery. And we need to make sure we got the intake correct on this side, yes. I need it to snap. Dang it, would you get up there? Snap into that. I need it all the way to that edge. There we go. That's what I want. And now I'll just do the same thing with this one. Oil refinery. Snap it into place. There we go. And if I have enough materials? Oh, I can't afford it. I need 2 more heavy modular frames. Let's see. Can I craft a couple of those real quick? You know, I got another thing I can do to save myself some space here. Let's see. Let's make plastic in this one. And we'll make fuel in this one if I click the right button. And I can just go ahead and throw this crude oil directly into there, save some space in my inventory there. Alright. And I need to make 2 heavy modular frames. I think I need screws for those. Let's see. Yeah, screws and modular frames. But I've got modular frames in this inventory right here. So just craft a few screws. There we go. Got our 3rd refinery in place. And it's going to produce rubber for us. So now we've got 3 new finished goods coming in. And I had to space it a little bit because it wanted to sit up really high for whatever reason. But anyways, that's our 3 oil refineries. Now we need to put a splitter in here. Let me grab this crude oil. Just kind of throw it in here for now to get it out of my way. We have to power all this, of course. I wonder if there's a generator we can run off of the fuel that we get out of this. Like, produces fuel, is either converted into electricity or as fuel for vehicles. So maybe we can, and we'll just power it off of this new power source. Run everything off of fuel. I don't have a fuel generator though. Maybe there's a new generator we can research. We'll probably need plastics and rubber to do it though, so we'll have to set up something temporary. Let me get this conveyor belt splitter in place here. Let's see, logistics, a splitter. And we need to run it from that. Let's see, I can't see it. There we go. Something like that. And now we need to split it off. All 3 of these. Can't afford it. I'm out of plates. Alright, so I came out here and I routed my coal all the way down here to the new assembly point here. I've set up 3 coal generators to make sure we've got tons of power coming through here. Lots of power. I didn't quite line those up correctly. That one's a little bit out of alignment. Oh well. Anyways, I need to start setting up some power poles here. And there's our refinery across the way here. So I think this is going to look pretty neat here, other than the power lines running all the way across, of course. We'll clean those up later once we get like some storage containers down. We'll set them on top of storage containers so that the power lines look better that way. For now, I think I'm just going to run them straight down to the ground in front of them. And I'm going to connect them all to each other, so that we have like one massive power system here. I found it's a little better that way at balancing your power if you connect them all together like this, so they're all one circuit instead of having 50 watts running off of this generator and 50 watts running off that generator and trying to squeeze all that into 50. This way, I have a combined capacity of 150, and then run everything off of these 3 poles here, I'll have one combined circuit, basically. So it's a little easier routing things and trying to balance your power load that way if you run it all together. It's nice that the developers thought of that and added that in there. Now, we need to get power all the way across to there. Let's see. I'm going to run 1 pole will do it. So that's really all I need, 1 pole. I could run more, but I want it to be as clean as possible. Floor is too steep. See, it's going to be too long is what I'm worried about. Oh, no, it's not. All right, cool. It can fit right here. Got to get it somewhere where it will fit. Oh, come on, encroaching the clearance. What if I put a foundation there? Will it work that way? Hey, there we go. And then I just connect all 3 of these. There we go. Now each one of these is pulling 50 megawatts. So all 3 coal generators are at their peak right now. They're all being used all the power. I'm producing 150 megawatts, and I am using 150 megawatts. So we just got to place down some storage, and actually I could probably just do it on foundations right here. I wonder if I could build this whole factory in the air, right? I could just build foundations off of here and run this out in the air, pick those coal generators up, and place them at the same height as this, and I can still be able to drive back and forth underneath here, route anything I need to the... Oh, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to look cool, actually. Hang on. How much concrete am I going to need? Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. I've got tons of concrete being produced. Actually, I've got tons in storage. I like this idea. I think this is going to look cool. Let's set this up real quick, see how it looks. There we go. Last of the conveyor belts running in here. Now I've got all of my products, all the oil rolling in here, all the plastics rolling out, the fuel rolling out, and the rubber rolling out into large storage containers, and we're sitting up here on top of this. I think I'm going to keep going with this. I think I'm going to extend this out a lot further, but I got to go get some more concrete because I ran out. But that's all the time we got for today, guys. That'll have to wait for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that thumbs up button. If you like this video, post me any comments or questions down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.